Welcome back, viewers. Let's face it, even though we try to be as accurate as possible, human error is unavoidable. That's why we perform inventory audits and adjustments so we can keep our real stock levels and database stock levels in sync. So we can say bye to errors, losses, and thefts. For those unaware, inventory adjustments are necessary increases or decreases we need to make to our stock in order to account for errors, losses, and thefts. That's why we need to make sure to adjust our inventory when the quantity of items in a physical location isn't the same as the quantity of items recorded in our database. Most companies legally have to perform at least one full stock count every year, but we like to do things a little differently here at Furniture Flix. Instead of counting all our inventory at once, we do cycle counts for certain products at regular intervals. Doing so saves time, resources, and eliminates the need for us to close up shop for a couple of days in order to perform a full inventory adjustment. So let's hop into our database and see how all it works in Odoo's inventory app. The first inventory adjustment we can do in Odoo is the quickest. We'll go to a single product form and manually adjust an individual record without waiting for a complete count. To do that, we'll open the inventory app, go to Products, and click on our Furniture Flix coffee mug. From here, we'll click on the On Hand Smart button, and as you can see, the available stock is already there along with its location. Here we could click New and record that we have some additional stock at a new location. But for now, we'll update the already existing stock. So let's say I found 15 coffee mugs in the warehouse instead of 10 mugs like it says here in the on-hand quantity field. I'll change the counted quantity to 15 and click Apply. Then I'll click the Furniture Flix coffee mug breadcrumb. Now let's check out the product's move history by clicking the In and Out Smart button. The moves history for Furniture Flix coffee mug contains detailed records about the source, destination, and quantity of items moved. The latest move, the manual inventory adjustment, shows an increase from 10 to 15 mugs. 5 mugs arrived from the virtual location due to an inventory adjustment to stock. Virtual locations in Odoo act as a counterpart to warehouse stock, helping manage inventory creation or loss. I can also see where my other stock came from. You'll see the original 10 mugs were purchased from vendors, and the 5 added items are labeled as an inventory adjustment, which is what we just did. So let's talk more about that now. Currently at Furniture Flix, our system defaults to an annual inventory method where we count everything once a year. But we want to set up a cycle count for certain products, meaning we'll count our stock more regularly instead of all at once. First, let's see what we already have set up in the inventory application. To do that, I'll go to the Configuration and Settings. Under the Operations section, I'll look at the annual inventory day and month, which is set to December 31st. This is the default date where every quantity at every location should be counted if we're using an annual inventory counting method, of course. Alright now, let's navigate to the Operations subheading and select Physical Inventory. Here we'll find our master inventory list, which is automatically sorted by scheduled date and places what needs to be counted first at the very top. As you can see, the scheduled date is automatically set for December 31st for all these products. Now let's go ahead and choose a product to adjust. Let's do the customizable desk and change the on-hand quantity to a different counted quantity. Let's do 45 and click Apply. And as you can see, the on-hand quantity automatically changes. Now, I'm going to select 3 other products. Let's do this 3. And let's say we just decided to clear our inventory of these products. So let's do that by clicking on the Action button here at the top right and click Set to 0. And let's go ahead and click Apply All here on the top left. And when we do, a pop-up window appears and we can record a unique reason for the inventory adjustment. For example, let's say we're doing inventory cleaning. And let's go ahead and click Apply. Now, when we look at the history of the product, we can see the reference changes to show the different product moves. Now, let's click on the inventory adjustments in the breadcrumb. I'm going to check out another product. Let's do the wood panel and click Set. This is a really fast way to say our counted quantity is exactly the same as our on-hand quantity. Then we'll click Apply. Doing so ensures we have a running record of what's counted even if that counted quantity is 0. Also, if I click the history button of a product, like the one we just modified, we'll see all of the inventory adjustments that have been made. Now let's jump back to the inventory adjustments page via the breadcrumbs. Here from the master list view, I can click on this down arrow in the search bar. I can organize all of my products using all of these group bys, or I can just see what needs to be counted today using the To Count filter over here. I can also quickly find wrong entries by filtering for negative stock, and the list goes on and on. And by clicking New, I can quickly add a product that doesn't exist at a specified location yet, but I'm going to go ahead and discard this for now. By clicking the top left check mark over here, I can select all the check marks at once. When the Apply button is pressed, I can apply any edits that have been made to all of the selected items. I can also clear changes and set things en masse, print a PDF of items to count, or request a count. When I request a count, this pop-up asks for the inventory date, the accounting date, and you can either leave the count empty or set it at the current value. But I'm going to go ahead and discard this as well. Alright, viewers, we're in the final stretch here. Up until this point, we've already seen the benefits of making inventory adjustments on the product form. But what about specific locations? Sometimes it's easier to make full inventory counts on specific locations because products are often stored according to their turnover rate. For example, a perishable product might be stored in a more accessible location than a non-perishable one because we need to be able to access it more easily. Makes sense, right? Now, let's say we want to set up a cycle count for our products in a warehouse/stock. To do that, we'll go to the Configuration and Locations and click on Warehouse and Stock. From here, we'll change the inventory frequency to 30 days. Great! Now, let's go back to the Operations subheading and click on Physical Inventory, and let's go ahead and make an inventory adjustment to the acoustic block screen. Let's do 25, click Apply, and we can see that the scheduled date updated to exactly 30 days from today. How cool was that? Well, that's all for this video on inventory adjustments. For more inventory fun, be sure to check out our other e-learning tutorials. Until next time, viewers, thanks for watching!